hour seminars, to be honest, in some cases, but you love helping people. You just want to see people get it. And so you're willing to do whatever you can. One of the reasons why, wanting to work with Ascendant is you guys have figured out ways to be more efficient for our clients as well as us so that we can reach more people. And that's really, I think, the heart of why we wanted to team up.
A whole decade teaching the infinite banking concept. What have we learned and where are we going from here? Well, I'm joined today by a newcomer to the podcast, which is Mr. Kurt Barry. Kurt, I'm excited to join you here, have you with us on the show. Now, I met you at a number of think tanks ago. We've crossed paths at a lot of these events at the Nelson Nash Institute. And of course, more recently, I'm getting a chance to get to know you a lot better because you're embracing our American side of the company here with Ascendant Financial, which is fantastic, leading the charge and helping a lot of people implement this from our perspective. And I'm just so excited about having you on the program to talk a little bit about your journey and also about some of the things that have happened recently. At the time of this recording, we're 1 week away from our most recent 2025 annual think tank conference. So we'll probably have a few things we can piggyback on there from a discussion standpoint. But let's rewind the tape a little bit. Kurt, I want to go back to your gateway drug, your entry point to this idea of the infinite banking concept. So why don't you start off at the beginning and let us know how this showed up in your life specifically?
Yeah, I've been in the financial world for a little over 23 years and just needed... I wanted to be able to help people. That was my mission from day one. And that's not how the industry is designed. It's designed to make lots of money. In fact, I was challenged in my first job that why did I get in the business? I got in the business. I told my boss I wanted to help people. And he said, then you need to resign because that's not why you should be here. And I was like, wow, okay. So it's been a journey. But I would say, getting into things, working in the financial industry primarily at the beginning, not knowing anything about whole life insurance. I was a buy term, invest the difference kind of guy. That's how I learned things early on. I was teaching people that at 16 years old. And it's been a big journey. Got exposed to whole life through the years, but just as a death benefit, and got exposed to a number of different IUL, VUL, all those different things that go along the way. But I think my biggest struggle was that I was helping people, but I wasn't seeing transformation in people's lives. And that's really what I wanted to be a part of. And as I started asking questions, why am we not making a big impact in people's lives? That's how I came across the infinite banking concept. And I was actually introduced to it under another name, which we won't mention on here, but I was exposed to it there, and I knew enough to be intrigued, but I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand the problem, and I actually helped a couple clients buy a policy, and I didn't understand what I was doing. I certainly couldn't explain what was happening, and I kind of lost interest just because I wasn't understanding the real issue. And then it was about maybe 2 or 3 years later that I came across, I had Nelson's book, but I didn't read it. There's lost opportunity right there. But I finally read it. I read some other people's books, and let's just say I'm a slow learner. So it took me a while to read it and say, there's something here that's fascinating, but I just can't wrap my finger around it. I can't understand it. And it just took me a while to figure out that there's a problem and that there's a solution to the problem, but I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And once I finally figured it out, then it started to make sense. And from that point on, we've started to move forward and begin talking to people about, how this process works.